It's Christmas Day at the North Pole, and Santa sits in an armchair with his feet propped up. He reads a book while eating milk and cookies when there is a knock, and an elf enters.
Yes, what can I do for you? Everyone is supposed to have the day off.
There seems to be a couple of letters that arrived late. I figured you'd want to see them.
What? How did this happen?
Well, sir, it seems they were addressed to the North Pole, which confused our agents at the post office.
Santa sits up suddenly, filling his plate of cookies.
Well, we got the correct gifts for them, right? I mean,
The elf hands the letters to Santa, who quickly opens them.
we see them when they're sleeping, we know when they're awake.
Santa slowly reads over the letters.
Oh no. We don't make this in the workshop.
That bad, huh?
Nothing that can't be fixed, Herbie. Have the boys ready to play.
The elf leaves, and Santa stands, undressed as Mrs. Claus enters.
Oh, Chris, you aren't going out now, are you? You've been out all night.
I have to, Carol. There's some kids who need their father.
Oh, those poor dears. Well, please be careful. You shouldn't be working 2 nights in a row.
Santa kisses Mrs. Claus.
Not to worry, dear. I'll just pop down there, find the lad, get him to his kids, back before midnight. It's a cinch.
In a small Midwestern town, David stands on the porch of a house decked out for the holidays while his ex-wife Darla blocks the door with her arms crossed.
David, I think it's great that you're finally ready to be a dad.
David is unsteady on his feet, and Darla carefully chooses her words.
Maybe we can meet later this week.
Later this week isn't Christmas, Darla. I'm here now, and I should be able to see my kids.
The door opens behind Darla, and Sonny pokes his head out.
Everything all right out here, hon?
David and Sonny lock eyes.
It's fine, Sonny. David was just leaving.
David walks through a quiet neighborhood as the sun sets, drinking from a bottle in a paper bag.
It's fine, Sonny. David was just leaving. As if I had anywhere to go. But if they don't need me around, then I don't have to. Who needs to see their father anyway?
David stops in front of a brightly lit house and watches the family inside.
It does look nice, though.
A sharp wind blows, and David tightens his coat around himself.
I should probably find some way to get out of this cold.
The sun is beginning to set as Santa lands his sleigh on the roof of an undecorated house. Santa squeezes down the chimney.
Dave?
Inside the house, Santa sees that it is abandoned. Trash everywhere.
Guess he didn't want to live here.
Santa steps over a stack of mail and picks them up, shuffling through letters marked with eviction, final notice, 7. David turns down a street of decrepit, undecorated houses.
Why couldn't you just admit to her that you needed help? Why couldn't you say, Darla, that I lost everything? My job, my condo, everything.
David sees the door of a house standing ajar.
It'll have to do.
As darkness creeps over the neighborhood, David pokes his head inside.
Hello? I don't mean to intrude, but it's freezing out here.
David listens, entering after not getting a response.
Hello?
David explores the house, and, finding it empty, he finally stops by the fireplace.
Oh, good.
David breaks a wooden chair into pieces to build a fire. It's night in the abandoned house, and David drinks alone beside the fireplace's tiny fire. There's a bump on the roof, and soot begins to fall out of the flue. He's curious, but not alarmed, until he sees a pair of boots.
Hey, well, watch the fire. I had a hell of a time getting that to light.
Ho, 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 there you are. Merry Christmas.
You shouldn't be here.
I had the hardest time finding you. Not exactly my usual route, you see.
Sorry to disappoint.
David drinks from his bottle, offering it to Santa, who drinks.
You're late anyway. Christmas is over.
Santa hands the bottle back and David drinks as Santa settles in. There's a long silence.
So is there something you wanted, or what?
This isn't really about what I want, Dave. It's more a question about what you want.
I don't really see how that makes any difference. No one else seems to care.
You don't think your kids miss you?
They have their stepdad.
Sure, but he's not their dad. Don't you think they want to see their dad on Christmas?
I very much doubt it.
David passes the bottle back to Santa, who drinks.
Well, I don't usually do this. I expect a whole lot of children may stop writing me if they knew, but
Santa pulls a couple letters from his coat.
these are from your kids.
Santa hands the letters to David, who doesn't open them.
I'm pretty sure I already know what they say. I mean, you wouldn't be here if they hadn't asked you, right?
Santa nods.
That's right. Frankly, I was surprised you're still alive. Hadn't heard from you in years.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe in you when the world is like it is.
Ah, yes. I know you have a hard time keeping Joey alive all year.
What, you think the world should be some big naked hippie commune? I'm sure that would go over great at the North Pole.
You don't think it's possible?
David shakes his head,
Nah.
and Santa stands.
Come on. I'll show you.
Outside the abandoned house, under the light of the moon, Santa climbs into his sleigh, but David looks doubtful.
Are you sure you should be driving?
David holds up the bottle, and Santa lets out a deep belly laugh.
I think I can handle a little holiday cheer, Dave.
Santa helps David into the sleigh before shouting.
On Dancer! On Dancer!
Inside Darla's house, Santa eases out of a vent as Darla, Sonny, and the kids watch a Christmas movie. The kids jump up.
Santa!
Santa throws his arms wide, hugging the kids as they rush him.
Merry Christmas!
Sonny is up on his feet, looking at Santa warily.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Santa grins at Sonny sheepishly.
Well, hardly anyone has chimneys nowadays. I have to squeeze through HVAC ducts.
Santa crouches to look the kids in the eyes.
You want to see the present I brought for you?
Yeah!
Santa strides to the door, flinging it open to reveal David. Sonny and Darla are shocked. The kids run to David. David throws his arms around his kids, Sonny and Darla looking uneasy, and then they look at Santa, who turns to them with a big smile.
Isn't this wonderful?
Sonny and Darla force smiles at Santa.
David, why don't you come in?
David comes inside with the kids and sits in an armchair near Santa, while Darla and Sonny sit on the couch.
This situation isn't ideal.
There is a tense silence.
But Christmas is a time for family. And David doesn't have a place to go.
What did you do?
I hadn't been coping well with it. You know, you two. Sonny was my best friend.
I stepped up when you stepped out.
Kids, why don't you go play in your rooms?
The kids look questioningly at David and Santa.
They should stay. I'm not mad. They should see how adults deal with things. Hopefully,
Darla hesitates, but David smiles.
they're going to have kids of their own someday.
The kids look at Darla, who shrugs.
I will continue providing for you, just like I've been doing. You still have a nice house, don't you? Food, clothes.
It takes more than that, David. You have to show up more than once a year.
What do you mean? Everybody's fine when he does it.
David points at Santa, and Darla laughs.
Come on, David. No one in their right mind would call Santa Father of the Year.
Darla looks quickly at Santa.
No offense.
Santa raises a hand.
None taken, my dear.
You want to know why I'm with Sonny and not you?
Darla pauses. The room tense.
He was here when I was scared and needed someone to talk to. He goes with me to the kids' soccer games and dance recitals. He sees me as an equal and not just someone who looks after his kids and runs his house.
David tries to control himself, and Darla continues.
Was I wrong for going behind your back and not ending things with you before anything happened between me and Sonny? For sure. But when were you here and available to talk, David? You were too tired or just wanted to relax. You were so busy being a provider, you forgot we were real.
You don't want any of this? You want our kids to be sleeping in the streets in rags? Is that what you want?
The kids look scared, and Santa puts a hand on David's shoulder.
Think about your kids, son.
There is a tense silence, and Darla puts her hand on Sonny's knee.
Have you had dinner yet, David? Sonny could put a plate together for you. We don't have to hash this all out now, you know. Why not eat something, spend some time with your kids? Fighting won't change what happened, it'll only spoil what we have now.
Darla smiles, and David pauses before finally nodding.
Thank you.
Sonny gets up and goes into the kitchen.
I mean, since I've already paid for it.
Sure, in part. Kids, why don't you show Daddy what Santa got you for Christmas?
The kids run to the bedroom, and David watches them go.
Did you ever really love me?
Darla looks between David and Santa, smiling sadly.
I love who you try to be.
The kids run back with their trucks and dolls.
Look, Daddy.
Oh, wow.
David sits with them on the floor.
Santa brought us exactly what we were asking for.
David smiles up at Darla as Sonny brings in a plate of food.
Well, Santa sure is smart.
Darla and Sonny stand on their porch with David and Santa.
Are you sure you can't stay? I could make up the guest bedroom.
David shakes his head.
No, I'm not gonna impose any longer. Besides, I need to catch up with this guy.
David shakes Santa's shoulder.
All right, come and see us soon, okay?
Darla hugs David and mouths "thank you" to Santa. David steps back, looking at Sonny.
Take care of my family for me.
Santa and David sit in his sleigh on the roof of an abandoned house, passing a bottle back and forth.
I want to ask you something, Dave.
Shoot.
Have I lost touch with humanity?
David doesn't answer. Santa looks over at him.
Everything's changed so much since I was young.
David passes Santa the bottle, and Santa drinks.
I worked hard to make the world a better place for you all. A little every year. We had no idea it would turn out like this.
Santa waves vaguely at everything.
When we started, so simple for you guys. Families lived in the same villages. Their biggest concern was whether or not they had enough food to make it to winter or living to 30.
Santa passes the bottle back to David.
I mean, we weren't trying to overwhelm you. So we made little improvements. New farming and storing techniques, advancement in medicine, household comforts. Anything to stop death, sadness.
Are you taking credit for all of humanity's progress?
Yeah, I thought you knew. The elves helped, too, of course. You think those toys were the only gift I had to give?
How old are you? I thought you lived in Germany in like the 1700s.
Oh, heavens no. I mean, that was me. But I was first noticed about 2,000 years ago, although I'm much older than that. I've been with all you pretty much since the beginning.
Santa gets a faraway look, and David passes Santa the bottle.
Can't help but wonder if it was a mistake. It seems like, even with all the advancements, it hasn't made you any happier. Used to be enough to live spring, but now, I don't know.
Santa trails on, holding the bottle, but not drinking.
Hey, don't be hard on yourself. You're not responsible for our happiness. We are.
Yeah, but you're my responsibility, and I didn't want to hold you. But I feel you just need to step in more than just once a year. Darla is right. We need to take a more proactive approach to Christmas. We've neglected you all far too long. Take us home, Rudolph.
The sleigh looks off into the night sky. Back at the North Pole, Santa bursts through his front door, followed by David.
Christmas once a year makes me not Father of the Year. David, we have to change things to help us all spread cheer.
Santa shakes the elves and Mrs. Claus awake.
Wake up the elves, wake up my wife. The world's got so much tension, let's cut it with a knife. Bake a ton of cookies, 4 cups of almond milk. Sew up more stockings, satin, cotton, silk, because every single day is going to be Christmas.
You can't mean every day.
Oh, but I do. This will be the last day after Christmas Eve.
Back to work together, no time to fall asleep. When it comes to complaining, you won't hear us peep. 'Cause every single day is gonna be Christmas.
Install new governments to help the plan along. No more injustice for the weak and strong. I'll take my place as king of Christmas joy. No one will not believe of no girl or boy, because every single day is gonna be Christmas.
David, Mrs. Claus, and the elves look horrified.
Take out the ozone, world of ball of ice. Perpetual winter wonderland forever would be nice. People band together, bring back community. I'll give the gift of fire again, then they'll know joy you see. 'Cause every single day is gonna be Christmas. It's every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second is gonna be Christmas.
Mrs. Claus slowly approaches Santa.
Chris, I want you to sit down. You're exhausted.
Elves drag in Santa's armchair with a plate of cookies.
Honestly, 2 months at your age?
Santa collapses into his chair, taking a cookie.
You're right. This is nice.
Mrs. Claus looks at David disapprovingly as Santa snores.
I suppose you're responsible for this?
No. I mean, maybe. I think I made him feel bad for how little we see him.
Do you know how powerful a being he is? One day is all your animals can take.
David is shocked.
Animals? What is he?
Mrs. Claus smiles.
He's the balance, all your inherent selfishness. You think you monkeys would have been allowed to leave the trees if you didn't have somebody watching out for you? You all will murder each other for entertainment. You don't think you'd be allowed to develop higher functioning without some kind of guardian, do you? Every year, he recalibrates you all, redirecting you back to peace on earth, goodwill to men, but
Mrs. Claus pats Santa on his shoulder.
poor thing, he absorbs as much evil as he can before coming back here to be detoxified with milk and cookies. Too much exposure to you and your culture can make him sick.
Santa has passed out in his chair and the elves put a blanket on him.
You all seem to be getting better, though, if only a little at a time. There were a few centuries when I wasn't too sure. The 1940s had him over the toilet for a week.
Mrs. Claus laughs and reaches a hand out to David.
Come on, little one. I'll have one of the elves take you home.
David follows Mrs. Claus to the door.
I know being self-aware is scary, dear, but try to help Santa by being good this year, won't you? Oh, kids.
It's Christmas Adam at Darla's house, and David steps off a sleigh, walking up to the front porch. He knocks, and Sonny answers, inviting David inside for breakfast with Darla and the kids. This has been a Wigwags production. We do hope you enjoyed it.